screen existing customers, beneficial owners, and all incoming and outgoing transactions against the updated sanctions list, including known aliases and identifiers. The CBN further directed financial institutions to ensure that no funds, financial services, or economic resources are made available directly or indirectly to the sanctioned persons or entities.
The Conference of Speakers of State Legislatures in Nigeria has welcomed the Senate's passage of the State Police Bill for second reading. They describe it as a major step towards strengthening security and deepening federalism in the country. The chairman of the conference and speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, Emomotimi Guo, disclosed this in a statement issued today. Honorable Guo said the conference had consistently supported the establishment of state police, noting that community-based policing would improve security response and address local challenges more effectively. According to him, the 36 state legislatures believe that policing structures rooted in local communities will enhance public safety and improve intelligence gathering. The conference assured Nigerians that state assemblies would give the proposed constitutional amendment careful consideration when it reaches them for approval.
Meanwhile, the State Police Command has debunked a report circulating on social media alleging that the traditional ruler in Oluyole local government area was invited for questioning over the recent abduction of teachers and school children in the area. In a statement, the Police Public Relations Officer, DSP Anyolade Olayinka, described the report, claiming that High Chief Tajuddin Abioye, the Elesinle of Esinle, was invited for questioning as false, misleading, and unfounded. The command stressed that at no time was the traditional ruler invited in connection with the ongoing investigation into the abduction case. According to the statement, the publication is part of a deliberate misinformation campaign by criminal elements seeking to create division, generate unnecessary tension, and undermine ongoing efforts to secure the release of the victims and bring those responsible to justice. The police advised members of the public to disregard the report and refrain from sharing unverified information capable of jeopardizing security operations.
Against the backdrop of recent security incidents in parts of Oluyole State and the country at large, stakeholders in Oluyole local government area have pledged to strengthen collaboration and adopt community-based approaches to crime prevention and intelligence gathering. The resolution emerged at a security summit organized to sensitize stakeholders to emerging security threats and promote a collective action against criminal activities. Our reporter, Adiola Ladeli, has the details.
The Stakeholder Security Summit brought together government officials, security personnel, traditional rulers, religious leaders, transport union representatives, community leaders, and other stakeholders to deliberate on prevailing security challenges and explore strategies for strengthening the security architecture of Akinyele local government area. In his opening remarks, the chairman, Akinyele local government, Mr. Wole Akinleye, noted that growing security concerns across the country, including the recent abduction incidents in Oluyole local government area of Oyo State, underscored the need for proactive and coordinated security measures, while appreciating Governor Seyi Makinde for his commitment to maintaining security across the state. Mr. Akinleye disclosed that efforts were underway to provide additional support for security posts and improve mobility for security operatives to enhance surveillance and response capabilities, particularly in vulnerable and remote communities.
We are building on the solid platform that His Excellency Governor Seyi Makinde has laid, and we are bringing the message to our people that if you see something, say something. There are a lot of new developments within the security architecture within Nigeria, and in particular in Oyo State. We are confronted with new challenges, and we must, of course, brace our people to be able to confront and overcome these challenges.
The executive assistant to the governor on security, retired Commissioner of Police Sunday Odukoya, in his remarks, stressed that achieving a safe and secure society requires collective responsibility and effective collaboration between government agencies, security operatives, and members of the public.
They should only continue to partner with the chairman, have synergy. Our security operatives too, they should have synergy among themselves to achieve. And when you see something, say something. This 615 free toll is free. Pass useful information, not for people to just make a call. And they will drop it.
Security operatives at the summit also cautioned residents against the spread of fake news and unverified information, noting that misinformation could undermine security efforts, create unnecessary panic, and hamper ongoing operations. The event featured presentation of motorcycles to security operatives to enhance patrol operations and improve rapid response to security incidents across the council area.
So on behalf of myself and the management of Oluyole local government, we are presenting this for motorcycles.
The summit was themed Sensitization of Stakeholders on Emerging Security Threats and Trends in Nigeria. Adeola Oladile, BCOS News.
Retired heads of service and permanent secretaries in southwest Nigeria have been urged to leverage their wealth of experience, expertise, and institutional knowledge to support efforts aimed at addressing the socio-economic and governance challenges facing the country. The call was made at the 11th quarterly general meeting of the Association of Retired Heads of Service and Permanent Secretaries, Southwest Nigeria, held in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. Declaring the meeting open on behalf of Governor Seyi Makinde, the Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Barrister Bayo Lawal, urged members of the association to continue offering intellectual support and administrative guidance towards tackling the nation's numerous challenges. Barrister Lawal observed that insecurity did not develop overnight, but evolved gradually over time, stressing the need for deliberate actions to rebuild institutional values and strengthen governance structures. Delivering the keynote address, the chairman of the Oyo State Civil Service Commission, Alhaji Kamaru Aderibigbe, underscored the importance of engaging experienced retired public servants in nation building and policy formulation. In his address titled "The Regional President of the Association," Barrister Demola Badejo explained that the team underscores the need to return to the foundational principles of visionary leadership, integrity, and selfless service exemplified by renowned statesmen such as late Chief Obafemi Awolowo and late Chief Simeon Adebo. In a goodwill message, the head of service of Oyo State, Dr. Adenike Fashina, paid glowing tribute to retired civil servants for their invaluable contributions to public administration and national development. Earlier, in his welcome address, the chairman of the Association of Retired Heads of Service and Permanent Secretaries, Oyo State Chapter, Chief Adebisi Adeshola, commended Governor Seyi Makinde for prioritizing workers' welfare, public service reforms, and security in the state.
58 outstanding students from various disciplines at Emmanuel Oluyole University of Education, Oyo, have been honored for their exceptional academic performance during the academic session. The students who attained grade point averages ranging from 4.50 to 5.00 were celebrated for their commitment to academic excellence. 10 of them also received scholarships sponsored by the Chief Executive Officer of SIP Holdings, Pastor Dr. Oladokun Olatunde. Staff reporter Olubumi Lawal, who covered the event in Oyo, reports.
The management of Emmanuel Oluyole University of Education, Oyo, organized a special ceremony to celebrate and reward 58 students who distinguished themselves academically during the academic session. In his opening remarks, the Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Olarewaju Olaniyan, said the event was designed to recognize excellence, reward hard work, and inspire students to remain committed to academic achievement and personal development. Professor Oluyole congratulated the award recipients for their dedication, discipline, and perseverance, noting that academic excellence remains one of the institution's core values. He urged the students to continue striving for greatness in all aspects of life.
We are not surprised because we all belong to an institution that has a very great history, an institution that other institutions are willing to become. You belong to Oluyole University of Education.
Delivering the keynote address titled Sustaining Excellence and Finishing Strong, Dr. Akiwumi Akiola stressed that while achieving academic success is commendable, sustaining high standards and completing one's educational journey successfully require determination, resilience, and consistency. He encouraged students to cultivate habits that promote excellence, including effective time management, continuous learning, integrity, and self-discipline.
The end goal of every journey is to finish well. So that prompted the topic to remind these scholars that they need to put in every effort and allocate every resources to ensuring that they finish well at the end of the day.
In his goodwill message, the Chief Executive Officer, SIP Holdings, Pastor Dr. Oladokun Olatunde, emphasized that university education goes beyond any good grades. According to him, it should also foster character development, leadership capacity, and the ability to contribute meaningfully to society.
Education is just to open your eyes to the opportunity that is there. And the fact that you are not a champion today, when you determine, it is true that you are what you are today. So every one of us, when we don't work hard, we find ourselves where we are. But there is still an opportunity for you to rewrite your history when you know what you are doing.
Pastor Dr. Olatunde, an alumnus and donor to the institution, was presented with an award of excellence in recognition of his outstanding contributions to the growth and development of the university. Having sponsored scholarships for 5 outstanding students during the 2023-2024 academic session, he increased the number of beneficiaries to 10 in the current session and presented a cash gift of 200,000 naira to the overall best graduating student. He also pledged to expand the scholarship scheme to 15 outstanding students from the next academic session while retaining the cash reward for the overall best students. Awards were equally presented to students with exceptional academic records across various faculties and departments.
People call the triangle students, that is from school to the library, from library back to class. That is what we do. Every morning before class, we go to the library, we study ahead. Then after class, we go back to the library to assimilate what we were taught in class.
The event attracted members of the university management, principal officers, heads of departments, lecturers, students, representatives of National Association of Nigeria Students, Student Representative Council officials, among others. Olubumi Lawal, BCOS News.
This broadcast of Newscope comes to you from the Broadcasting Corporation of Oluyole State, Ibadan. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission has arraigned former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, his former Senior Special Advisor and Councillor Jimmy Lawal, and 5 others over an alleged 8.68 billion naira CCTV surveillance contract awarded during his administration. The Anti-Graft Agency disclosed this in a statement published today on its website, stating that the defendants were arraigned before Justice Awal Buhari of the Federal High Court, Kaduna. According to the Commission, the amended 11-count charge borders on alleged corruption, money laundering, and related offences. The ICPC also named Bashir El-Rufai, identified as an elder brother of the former governor and currently at large, in one of the counts. It said the funds were reasonably suspected to be proceeds of unlawful activities, and that the alleged offences contravene provisions of the Money Laundering, Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022. Both El-Rufai and Lawal pleaded not guilty to the charges when they were read in court. Justice Buhari subsequently adjourned the case until July 1st, 2026 for ruling on the defendant's bail applications.
Troops of Sector 2 of Operation Fasan Yama has arrested a suspected logistics supplier to terrorist groups and recovered 150 pairs of combat boots and other tactical items in Zamfara. This is contained in an operational report made available to newsmen today. According to the report, the suspect was apprehended along the Sokoto-Gusau Road during a routine stop-and-search operation conducted by troops yesterday. The army stated that the suspect was traveling in a Honda Civic vehicle when soldiers discovered a cache of military-related items concealed in the vehicle. It said items recovered from the suspect included 150 pairs of combat boots, 3 jackknives, 3 electric shockers, a tear gas canister, a military beret, and a belt. Troops also recovered 200 mobile phones, an iPad, and a digital wristwatch believed to be of intelligence value. The report described the arrest as a major breakthrough in ongoing efforts to dismantle logistics and supply networks supporting terrorist and bandit activities across the northwest.
A 3-story shopping complex collapsed in the Alakija area of Lagos State today, leaving 1 person dead, 10 others rescued, and an unspecified number feared trapped beneath the rubble. The building, located on Old Ojo Road near Alakija bus stop off the Lagos-Badagry Expressway in Satellite Town, collapsed at about 11:40 a.m., prompting an emergency response from the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASEMA, and other rescue agencies. According to a statement issued today, LASEMA Permanent Secretary Dr. Olufemi Okeoseni-Tolu said a coordinated rescue operation was underway to locate and extricate victims trapped in the debris. According to him, responders were conducting a systematic search of the site as concerns grew that more victims could still be trapped. The LASEMA boss added that reports from the scene indicated that other persons, including shop owners who had resumed business activities, might still be trapped in the collapsed structure.
Venezuela's acting president, Delcy Rodriguez, has declared a state of emergency as back-to-back powerful earthquakes struck the country, collapsing buildings in the capital, Caracas, killing at least 164 people and wounding nearly 1,000 others throughout the country. Rodriguez says the Simon Bolivar International Airport in Caracas is closed because of damage. Foreign News editor Folashade Akintala compiles the stories and others as presented by Khadija Lawal.
The United States Geological Survey said on Thursday that the first earthquake, measuring magnitude 7.2, struck west of Morón, about 168 kilometers west of Caracas. A second tremor of magnitude 7.5 hit near the same area just a minute later. The USGS warned that high casualties and extensive damage are probable and that the disaster is likely widespread. Rodriguez declared a state of emergency and said the Simon Bolivar International Airport in Caracas is closed due to damage. Meanwhile, Iran's Revolutionary Guards, IRGC, have warned against any crossings of the Strait of Hormuz without authorization, saying vessels not complying will be dealt with and criticizing a new route through the waterway. The future of the strait, a vital route for energy shipments that was effectively blocked by Iran during more than 100-day war between the United States and Iran, is a key sticking point in negotiations between the sides. Tehran has said it plans to impose what it calls maritime service fees in the future, as opposed to tolls, while the United States argues it is an international waterway and therefore passage should not be subject to charges. Any crossing without authorization is unacceptable and extremely dangerous, they warned in a statement. They also denounced what they said was a new route through the waterway announced by certain authorities, without elaborating. The warning comes after a Liberian oil tanker made its way out of the strait on Thursday using a route close to Oman's shore. And lastly, 3 international criminal court judges are suing United States President Donald Trump and his administration over sanctions imposed on them last year, arguing the measures were unlawful. In the lawsuit filed in the Federal Court of Manhattan on Wednesday, Judges Kimberly Prost of Canada, Solomi Balungi Bosa of Uganda, and Rain Adelaide Sophie of Benin said the sanctions were designed to exert extrajudicial pressure with the objective of punishing and coercing the judges. The Trump administration imposed sanctions on several judges at the ICC last year in an unprecedented retaliation over the tribunal's issuance of an arrest warrant for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the past decision to open a case into alleged war crimes by U.S. troops in Afghanistan. As a result of the sanctions, the judges saw their U.S.-based property and assets blocked. U.S.-based entities were also forbidden from engaging in transactions with them, including through the provision of funds, goods, or services. Khadija Lawal, BCS News.
To end this edition of Newscope, here again are the main points. The Central Bank of Nigeria has directed banks and other financial institutions to immediately freeze the accounts and assets of individuals and companies designated for terrorism and terrorism financing, following fresh sanctions issued by Nigerian and United States authorities.
The Conference of Speakers of State Legislatures in Nigeria has welcomed the Senate's passage of the State Police Bill for second reading. The chairman of the conference and speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, Emomotimi Guo, disclosed this in a statement issued today.
The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission has arraigned former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, his former senior special
Good evening,
and Barakat Adekunle. Thanks for listening, and do not forget to tune in for the Yoruba version at 8 p.m. Good evening.
Attention please, your safety matters. At home, lock your doors and windows. Know who is at your gate before you open. Do not share personal information with strangers online or even on the streets. Avoid isolated routes, especially at night. Board vehicles at designated parks. Tell someone where you are going. If you see something suspicious, say something. Report to the nearest police station or call the emergency helpline of your state 615. Do not take the law into your hands. Stay alert, stay safe, and stay secured at all times. Oluyole FM says, a safer Oyo State begins with all of us.
Wọ̀kùwọ̀kù lọ́rọ̀ọ̀nù pẹ̀sẹ̀ láti kéde nílé akéde Tọ̀yọ́ ni. Ó nílò kan ṣe mọ́ dára rẹ̀ láàmú sọ pé òun wọkọ̀ bọ̀ wá sílé akéde lóríta Basọ̀rún nílùú Ìbàdàn mọ́ pàápàá jùlọ láti ṣe ìkéde yẹn polówó ọjà yẹn tàbí fi ń tọ́tọ́ tó sì yẹ tó àwọn aráàlú létí